Dundeel's autumn domination in Sydney promised greater things for the spring, and Murray Baker began to prepare him for a Cox Plate assault. Now a 4-year-old stallion, the Kiwi Wonderkind returned in the Memsie Stakes in Melbourne, running a credible fourth to Atlantic Jewel. They met again 3 weeks later in the Underwood Stakes. What followed was a racing spectacle in which Dundeel became a giant killer.
Well, that was an amazing performance. We were so thrilled with that. The mare had been unbeaten. She'd come back and won the Memsie so well. Suddenly, though, he was at a distance, 1,800 metres, where he was going to be super competitive. There were 14 runners in the race, 12 were Group 1 winners. So it was an outstanding field, probably a better field than the Cox Plate turned out to be. And he sat outside her, and in the end I think he beat her fair and square.
And Atlantic Jewel, she's got a fight on her hands here. A neck in front of It's a Dundeel coming at her. She's fighting on. It's a Dundeel getting to Atlantic Jewel. They come to the line, and It's a Dundeel nailed her, beat her, right on the wire.
He's thickened up, and he's a quality horse, and he was, you know, running the times and winning easily in Sydney, and he went into the Memsie on a very short prep. He'd had one jump out, and we thought he'd improved vast in the last 3 weeks, but we didn't think we could beat Atlantic Jewel at 1,800.
Following the Underwood, Arrowfield Stud purchased a 30% share in the stallion and secured his future stud prospects as he tracked towards another showdown with Atlantic Jewel in Australasia's Weight for Age Championship. However, the Cox Plate dream soon began to unravel.
After his Underwood win, he got a foot abscess, and it compromised his training for 10 days or so. It sort of cleared up, but it was never 100%. As a result, he missed the run in the Caulfield Stakes, so he went into the Cox Plate not having run for 5 weeks. So for a stallion, I think he probably went in a shade underdone. Of course, Murray did a great job to get in there on the day, but those horses, that match fitness that they need for those big races, it probably told it in the end.
By December, Arrowfield had negotiated a controlling interest in Dundeel, and Murray Baker took his charge home to Cambridge with the $4 million Queen Elizabeth Stakes on the final day of the championships, the long-range target. Dundeel had 3 Group 1 starts in the lead-up and finished in the placings in each of the events.
The Queen Elizabeth was always the main goal in the autumn, and we set him for a program whereby we thought he would peak on the day in the Queen Elizabeth. We may have sacrificed a win along the way to have him ready for that one particular race, but in the end we got the race that we were after.
It's a Dundeel is closing in with every stride, and then Sacred Falls, but on the outside It's a Dundeel has run to the front. Sacred Falls is coming after him. He's coming fast, but It's a Dundeel is hanging on grimly. He peaks when it counts. It's a Dundeel beats Sacred Falls and Carlton House.
We've worked all autumn for this. I worked him on Tuesday. I said whatever beats him wins, and as it proved, he's a champion. He's a freak, this horse.
There was a lot of planning that went into it. We'd brought some people into the syndicate with us as well, so it was a great thrill to have that success for them as well. But yeah, when plans come off like that, it's a tremendous thrill, and of course it vindicated our judgment of the horse as well, which was terrific.
Look at Dundeel now, several months into retirement. He's a far cry from the ultra-fit competitor racegoers would remember, having already gained around 50 kilograms and thriving in his new environment.
Look, he's a very impressive horse now. He always has been. He's a very athletic horse, but very much in that Northern Dancer mould, very much that colour, and he's got that athleticism that a lot of the Northern Dancer horses have, in particular those of the Sadler's Well sire line. And I think anybody that comes to see him, you know, at the stud during the next week or two prior to the season will be very impressed, and they'll see a horse that, you know, in 12 months' time, he'll be an absolutely stunning stallion.
At his competitive fee of $27,500, it's no surprise that Dundeel is already booked out.
He's got a good syndicate behind him. and they're sending some wonderful mares, and of course we're at Arrowfield, we'll be sending him 25 mares, I think, but he'll serve his sort of 140 mares, which about what we want to keep a first season horse to. And he'll be, yeah, he's very popular with the breeders.
And some of the mares I've read, Miss Finland, her own daughter, Miss Helsinki, ain't seen nothing. I mean, he's not going to want for quality, will he?
No, he won't want for quality at all. Alberta's another one that's going to go to him. There's some very nice outside mares as well. We bought a mare called Shani Rose at the sales that will be going to him. His own breeder, Murray Anderson, purchased a mare called Rex is a Star, who's a sister to Rubik and a three-quarter sister to Manhattan Rain. She came from the Tealy Dispersal. She'll be going to him. So he'll have a really good book of mares. I would suggest there'd be sort of, you know, half his book of mares would be at least Easter quality.
Being by High Chaparral and out of the unraced Zabeel mare Star Reel means Dundeel is free of Danehill blood.
She's a daughter of Starring, who was a mare that was raced by Dundeel's breeder, Murray Anderson. She won the New Zealand Oaks and another group won over there. It's a very famous New Zealand family, the Eulogy family. It's been for 50 or 60 years been a tremendous producer of classic horses. So he's got a wonderful outcross pedigree for a lot of Australian mares, as Danehill line mares, as you mentioned. But it's a very strong New Zealand family. And, you know, he's got a combination of some wonderful blood. Of course, he's got Sadler's Wells on his top line, Zabeel, and he's also got Luskin Star blood in his female line as well. So he's got that lovely mix of speed and stamina.
And that cross of Sadler's Wells or Zabeel with Danehill line mares has had tremendous success in Australia and beyond.
We think that he'll nick very well with Redout's mares. I know his Danehill line, but in particular Redout's mares, because some of the very good crosses with Redout's have been from similar bloodlines to which High Chaparral's from, so most notably Miss Finland. And so we think that in particular he'll suit those type of mares, both on pedigree and physically as well.
It helps to have plenty of Redout's mares here on the farm.
There's quite a few of them, yes.
Dundeel will stand alongside the likes of Redout's Choice, Animal Kingdom, Schnitzel and Smart Missile at Arrowfield this season. It's been a boom year for the stud, with Redout's claiming his third champion size title and Schnitzel ensuring an unprecedented father-son quinella. And like Dundeel, many of the Arrowfield stallions are also booked out.
Yeah, the horses have been very well received this year. Redout's Choice is full, and Schnitzel full, Smart Missile full, Not a Single Doubt full. There's a few vacancies to a few of the other horses, but generally they've been, you know, really popular, so we're thrilled.
Dundeel will obviously get every opportunity at stud, and when you recall his blinding turn of speed, his classic Triple Crown record and weight for age stardom at 4, he has all the right ingredients to be as influential off the track as he was on it.